Alrighty then, we have 15 frets that need attention on this fretboard, and looks like it's going to be a job. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I'm going to say it again. This could very likely be the very last guitar I'm going to do on my channel, as I am running out of options in the budget guitar market for things that are new, interesting, and unique in some way. I bought this Westcreek because it's the only Les Paul that you know, came out from them after they've made a bunch of other Gibsons. I made this one last, and it was available here in this color. This I think they call it lemon. It looks like lemon tea. It's very pretty on the front, very pretty. The tiger flame is nice, and there's a veneer. I think I showed that in the last clip, about a 1/16 of an inch, so it's quite nice. The frets, though, look like they have some kind of some little flat tops here and there, where it looks like they did do something, but I mean, it was a cursory just to get by, I think. To do a really good job like you know, we do here, me and J-Man, and you know, Teddy Talks Guitars and a few other folks that go right into the details here. We do it to the precision, because in the end we want it to be excellent. And seeing as how this is likely my last guitar that I'll do on my channel, except for maintenance maybe on some of the other ones that I've already worked on, we're going to do it up as good as any of the other ones. And that's why I decided as well to go with the brand new Music Lily locking tuners with the different buttons, because the other ones would have gotten by, but they just weren't there. So you'll see me do fret jobs, and there's no need for me to show this all over again. It's laborious. I don't have that fancy thing that J-Man has, so I did the taping. Taping actually doesn't take very long. Once you've done enough of these things, you can do it quickly, and it doesn't really take that much tape, because when you get up, you start up here, and what happens is some of the cutoff pieces actually fit in the frets down here perfectly as you're working back until finally there's none, and then you just do these ones up here, and then some of the little pieces that come off of the other ones can actually fill in the gaps there. Like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the cutoff pieces here fill the gaps from a standard, you know, 1 inch. Is it 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch? Do I have an inch on this thing? Nope, they don't. There's no ruler on that. Oh, what about this? Oh, what about this? Is it an inch? It's just shy of an inch. It's 6/8. Must be a metric. Anyway, I'm going to have some coffee this morning and slowly work on this. I've protected my pickup by wrapping it for metal filings, and I've covered this hole. So pretty much ready to go. I'll report. Okay, it's 1:05, and I had one minor interruption, and I had one of those situations where you level everything and they seem to measure okay, and then after you start the crowning process, you go back and check midway and you go, oh, unlevel, unlevel, unlevel. Not by a lot, but they're all just clicking a tiny little bit, and you go, what the hell? Well, that happened. So I had to go back and start all the way over again at 320 on half of the fretboard, just this side. Yep. So now it's going to be major cleanup on the body of the guitar, the neck, and polishing. I didn't realize that these were stainless steel frets until I started filing on them, and they were so hard. I'm going, ooh, they're stainless steel. Another bonus I didn't know I had on this guitar. Yeah. So they soaked something in here along the nut. I wonder what that is, because it's discolored a little bit differently than the rest of the fretboard. I guess it's just residue of dust. So what I'm going to do is just take that little bit of steel wool I was using, and just run it across there and clean that up. Right. That will work out fine. Okay, it's now basically back to bench 2 to, no, maybe I'm just going to clean this first. Yeah, I'll just go with the naphtha and clean that first, because then the waxing and the buffing will be at bench 2. I mean, I could do this at bench 2 as well, because I have duplicate set of materials there for that. And that's that. Okay, it's off to bench 2. Okay, here we go, boys and girls. We're going to take a look in the back door. Are we going to have a problem getting that off? Nope. Wow, full-size pots. Oh, not that there's nothing wrong with the small ones, but I'm just surprised. Oh, we're going to have a problem with that one. Oh, that one's tight. Yes, that one's tight around the edges. That has some crud in it, which will stick in it. I think it's buffing compound. A little whitish. Stuck around the edges, stuck around the edges. Oh, it's a weird shape too. Yeah. I'm going to just shave that a little bit. That'll make it sit a little bit better. Yep, 4 full-size pots. We have 4 wire pickups. Look at that. We have 4 wire pickups. Also, it's not wired independently on the volumes as I prefer. While I've got this open up top, I'm just going to see if I can turn that to make it straight, like that. And then, oh, I can't see anything because of that shadow. And then we're going to see if we can just tighten that a little bit to keep it in place. Okay, now that that's done, I can take that off. It'll be easier to buff around that when it's off. Yeah, 4 wire pickups. That's interesting. That has definite possibilities. And we got 47 chiclets. Are they 47s? Yeah. So you know I don't like 47s. So yes, I have to change the wiring between pins 1 and 2 on both volumes. Okay, so we're going to fire up the iron and get that ready. wet my sponge nicely. Cover. And while we're waiting for the iron, let's find, it's going to be a 11 or a 12. Could be an 11. Because that's at 1343, so that's going to be just a little bit small. And this is the 11. Yep, I think that's going to be it. Yep, good. It's the 11. Ooh, they had those good and tight. Just check the other ones. Yeah, they are good and snuggaroo. Alright, let's take this hardware off and put it out of sight here. And then we'll be able to get Robot out to give me a third hand. See what he can do for me. In on one, out on two. So yeah, so all of these got to move there and vice versa. Soldering is so-so. I've seen better. It's pretty tight, huh? Wonder if I can stretch that over there. Because now these two are in the wrong spot. Well, I'd have to do a little bit more than I thought. I'm going to try to clear this wire first from the pickup, because that's the thinnest one, and you get that too hot, you melt it. Okay, Robot, what can you do for me? Can you hold that? This one is only one. Okay. And they've got the shield really, really short. I'm on two, out on one. I'm going to retape this. Nope, not that one. I'm going to figure out what resistor I need for that. Oh, there's a couple of washers underneath the pots to give them the right depth on the top. The routing job in here is quite good. I can see that it is a couple of layers. This beast is 9 pounds. And I've got shielded wire to the jack as well. We'll take a look at the jack. It's probably a standard, and I've got a couple of pure tone types. I just may throw one in there because, you know, I have it available, even though there's nothing wrong with this. This could be a good backup for something. Okay, so now I got to get that off of there. I got to get that off of there. Boom. So it's loose. Now, can I get these things star-crossed? Darn. If I really, 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 really worked at it, I probably could, but the ground positions are just a little bit too far over. And I guess got to move all of it. goes in on one. Out on two, out on one. In on two, out on one. So just move this one over to where that one was. And you gotta have it. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit extra solder on that. Ooh, heat up the pot quickly. And then the other one has to go over towards pin 1. Again, a little extra solder on the case will definitely help that. You know, my fingers just seem to be in the way a lot, and I'm tired burning them. And then this one goes there. And these two need to go there. So we'll put this one first. I'm just sucking little bits of solder off of my roll on the side here. There. That one's done. So we'll just kind of tuck it there for now. Let's suck this one up. That one has 2 washers as well. How much play do I have? Similar situation. We're very short on the blue one, but it will reach. I might not have to remove the ground shields on this one. And that's as easy as it is to make the volumes independent. Why they don't just do that, I don't know. In the middle position, what's the point of having either volume still controlling both volumes? I don't know. Can anybody ever tell me what the rationale behind that is? Alright, so this one, we are going to tape it off. I'm not going to bother with the shrink tubing this time. I'm going to put a piece of this on there. And there it is. In the hole. And that one can have its hardware back. Alright, that one is okay. Now, we've got to do something about these chiclets. And I think I can get at them from where they are without having to remove the pots. Now I went into electronics instead of mechanical because I thought it would be more interesting and easier to learn. I think I was right. I have never regretted the choice. All right. So the capacitors are changed out. The only thing left to do is the jack. Now the jack is usually about a 12. Yes, the jack is a 12. Oh, I still need that 11. The jack is a 12. Hey, washers on the back. Just a nut. Yeah, it's a standard one. So yeah, let's toy with the idea here that we're gonna just put on the pure tone. Boom. Come on. There we go. And just like that, it's off. Doesn't take much. I like these shielded wires better than the pushback because, one, they're shielded. They avoid noise. Alright, I got a pure tone out. And I'm going to pre-tin the lugs. Now this is pretty easy to see which one is which because you see this lug is attached right to the center shaft that's going down the middle. So you know that's the ground. And that means that the other one is obviously the positive. So let me get the positive on first because it's the shortest wire. Then stretch the ground one over. And just a touch. Just a touch. Alright. Now the nice thing is that these are also metric. So the nuts that come off the old one can fit on the new one because these ones only come with one nut. So let me see how that fares. Oh, we're gonna need a little bit of a guide here. Oh yeah, it's gonna stick out too far that way. Oh yeah, I want to put on a washer in the back. So bring the nut up, put the washer on. This would have been a lot easier if I took this plate off, but I didn't really want to do that. Yeah, that's the wrong size. That's the wrong. Oh. Come on, stay on there. All right, so stick the screwdriver all the way through. Put the pot on it, and then guide it up. Do the whole push, push, push. And if I put that, and if I put this, it's still out a little bit too far. Just a tad for it to be pretty much flush with the nut. I know it's picky. It could work perfectly like that. But, you know, I like what I like, and since I'm here, I might as well get what I like. Pull it back out. Just move the nut up a little bit. And that should get me what I'm looking for. closer. There you go. Could have also put a tooth washer in the back if you wanted to stop it from turning. All right.